Shaved since Monday. It's currently Friday and I got some major growth to get rid of. So I'm gonna be using a soap that I've had for ages, and for the first time on this channel, I'm finally showcasing it. I'll be using Ariana Evans Maullu Legacy. This is supposed to be a barbershop scent. I'm definitely getting that. It's very powdery though. It's not your typical barbershop, but a very pleasant smell. And with Ariana Evans, I'm almost guaranteed to have a crazy lather. And speaking of lather, I'll be lathering up with this beautiful Parker synthetic brush. Once my face is all lathered up, I'm gonna be using the vintage Gillette Fat Boy. We humans are meaning-making machines. Let me say that again. Human beings are meaning-making machines. We put meaning into everything. It's in our nature. It's what we do. For example, let's take emotions. If you're feeling bad about something, you have that negative emotion, you're putting meaning onto that emotion. It's just an emotion. There's no reason to put meaning behind it. If you're feeling good and you're having great emotions, you are putting meaning into that emotion, saying that it's a good emotion. It's just an emotion. Everything in life just is. We put meaning into life and meaning into everything. If you just sit back and watch life without putting any sort of meaning behind it, it's pretty incredible. On with the shave. First, let me go ahead with Uccello Rosa pre-shave oil. Now, the reason why I'm using the Gillette Fat Boy, I was watching Sloppy Badger on an Instagram live. He used a Tetra blade in his Fat Boy and got an incredible shave. Thanks a lot, John. I'm gonna try it out myself. And speaking of Instagram, you guys wanna go ahead, follow me over on Instagram? I'll leave my handle down below here. And hey, you also wanna give this video a big thumbs up? Leave a comment down below. What razor do you typically use if you have multiple days worth of growth? And of course, if you could subscribe to my YouTube channel, that would be fantastic. Now, let's get this shave going. Now, I'm used to level 9 on this razor. Let's go with level 9 and we'll see how it feels. I almost forgot to mention, I'm gonna finish off the entire shave with Daniele Maullu Aftershave Splash. And I apologize if I'm not pronouncing this correctly. Let's go ahead, load up the brush. And the Parker is all loaded up and ready to be painted on. So the reason why it's taking me so long to get a shave in is because my last shave, I gave myself quite a bit of a nick on my neck. It took forever to stop the bleeding, and then there was quite a scab on there afterwards, and I just thought, you know what, I'll hold off, wait for it to heal up, and then I'll get a shave in. And I gotta tell you, from Monday to Friday, that was torture. I'm so glad to be getting a shave in right now. All right, let's get in there with the vintage Gillette Fat Boy, level 9. Alright, first pass is done. I'm still trying to figure out my chin area, so bear with me until I get that sorted out. Knowing me, I'll get it figured out at the very end of Movember. But regardless, I'm doing this for Movember. I'm doing this for the guys out there that are going through some mental illness, guys out there who need the extra support. how I love Ariana and Evans and their soaps. And cream for that matter. I find this is a soap that you don't really have to worry too much about over-watering because it can take a lot. Second pass with the vintage Gillette Fat Boy. Alright, there you have it for the second pass. I'm thinking for the third and final pass, I'm actually going to drop it down maybe to a level 6 and we'll see how that feels. So right now it's at a level 9. To adjust these vintage razors, what you do first is twist the bottom here to open the top up, and now you can go ahead and twist. So we're going from 9, there's 8, 7, and 6. And then you just close the top back up, and there you have it. I'll now be using level 6 for the third and final pass. Daniela and Peter, Ariana and Evans. Fantastic work, gentlemen. All right, here we go. Third and final pass with the vintage Gillette Fat Boy. All right, there you have it, guys. Third and final pass in the books. Let me go ahead, wash off the rest of the soap, finish off the rest of the shave. Hold tight. All right, let me get in there with the Parker's Alum Block. Most of my stinging is coming from my chin, so clearly I'm still not used to shaving it. Sure, that'll come with time. Other than that, this is a pretty decent shave. Not the greatest shave I've ever had, but to take down roughly 4 days worth of growth, Fat Boy did well. And the Tatra blade did a pretty good job. All right, so my Gillette Fat Boy is all cleaned up and it's ready for its next use. And the Parker synthetic brush is all cleaned up and it's ready for its next use. One thing I forgot to mention, if you're newer to wet shaving, and let's just say this is the first time you're watching one of my videos and you see me with this alum block, maybe you're wondering, what the heck is this alum block? The alum block serves multiple different purposes. It helps close your pores. It helps with any irritation or nicks that you may have gotten during your shave. And for me, it gives me a good indication on how well that shave went. If my face was really stinging, then maybe I was being a little too aggressive during that shave. But if there was little to no stinging, then I know, hey, I had a pretty good shave. You're always guaranteed to have a little bit of a sting. There's nothing wrong with that. After I apply the alum to my face, I go ahead and I clean up my area. Once my area is cleaned up and ready for my next shave, I go ahead and I wash the alum off. So everything is all cleaned up. I went ahead and I washed off the alum to get ready to put on some layers. So first what I like to do is put on the clear thayers, and depending on the aftershave that I'm using, I will either put on the hydrating milky thayers right after the clear thayers, or if the aftershave that I'm using has a lot of alcohol in it, I will combine the hydrating milky thayers with the aftershave splash. Now the aftershave splash that I'm using is more of a skin food, so I'm not gonna combine the hydrating milky thayers. So instead of combining the two, I'm gonna go ahead and put on the hydrating milky thayers right now. All right, let's go ahead and finish off the entire shave with Daniele Maullu Aftershave Splash. Man, that's good. Slight burn, feels nice, already drying down. The scent is incredible. You gotta pick up some Daniele Maullu and Ariana Evans Legacy ASAP. All right, guys, there's the end of the shave. Remember, my friend, you and I, we are meaning-making machines. We tend to put meaning in everything in life. If you hold back the meaning of life, life is just life. On that note, you make it a great shave, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.